And we will now turn from retirement to individual savings and investment more broadly. And to set the stage, we have a film introducing the key issues of a world where individual investors are more diverse and more digital than ever. Take a look.
Thank you all for joining me today, and I'm very happy to have such a diverse group of industry leaders on stage with me. We are in a period of massive transformation in the savings industry, and all of those transformations are supported by very strong market tailwinds. At first, the world is getting wealthier. The financial wealth is expected to grow 6% per annum, and we are talking about a 100 trillion opportunity to capture. The second tailwind is the retirement savings gap we have just heard about. Millions of individuals will have to save for their future. And finally, the acceleration of the digitalization of savings, which is also helping to mass democratize access. Our latest End Investor survey showed that the use of digital is becoming universal, regardless of age, wealth brackets, and geographies. This is also linked to the massive generational shift in financial wealth we are observing and that is currently on the way. And digital channels are expected to grow 3 times faster than any other outlets in the next future. So now let's start with private clients' needs. And let me begin with you, Belen. The history of CaixaBank is lasting and goes back over a century. Can you tell us what has set you apart and what your clients are expecting from you?
Thank you very much, Fannie, for inviting CaixaBank to this panel. As you say, CaixaBank has more than 120 years of history in Spain, and we have more than 20 million clients. We are the leading bank in Spain with more than 25% market share, and we also have the largest number of offices, and we have a presence in Portugal also through BPI. Because of this, our values are closeness, trust and commitment to the progress of individuals and society. Our principal shareholder, La Caixa Foundation, is one of the biggest foundations in the world. In wealth management, we have almost 30% market share, and we work with so many different segments of clients. In recent years also, we have experimented a huge transformation in our clients' expectation. They don't want only financial products. They want personalized experience, expert advice, and digital solutions. They want also entities that help them to make informed decisions and very close to their life goals and in line with their values. At CaixaBank, we have responded to this change with specialization, technological innovation, and a responsible universal banking model. And we do it with a long-term vision and commitment to excellence in service.
Thank you. Gregory, Endowus has grown and transformed massively since your creation less than a decade ago. Can you share with us what has made your unique value proposition different?
Yeah, absolutely. I think at our core, we understood that the business model of wealth management has to change. So yes, the experience moving from very human-oriented to more hybrid, fully digital, and in the future, AI-driven is basically a given. I think the other part of the equation is not just putting on a nice digital wrapper. It's actually becoming conflict-free. So it says it on the side of my hat, conflict-free wealth. because we believe that unless the platform is incentivized properly to grow the client's assets, not generate churn, not push high commission products and things like that, we will not improve client outcomes, regardless of the median at which clients interact. So conflict-free wealth means that we are only paid by the client, which incentivizes us to advise clients properly, search the world for the best-in-class strategies, and make them available to our clients at the lowest price. And I think that is what is unique about Endowus, and we hope many other firms transform in the same way.
Over to you, Yana. Revolut has over 55 million of clients today. Can you share with us what has made Revolut investment business so successful?
Sure. I think as of today, we have 60 million clients. So we've grown since the data was published. And out of those, these are global Revolut figures, and then out of those, more than 10 million are our investment clients. The way Revolut grown, I guess, it was in the essence of our mission, similar to what Gregory said. It's solving real problems for our customers. It's offering the solution that customers want, starting with removing frictions from FX transactions, travel cards, moving on to savings, moving on to investment services. This was always in the core, solved a real problem for the customer, and that was always in the core, and it remains in the core. And that actually has driven quite a lot of organic client acquisition. And right now, obviously, you probably have seen Revolut investing quite a lot in marketing and brand marketing, so that drives some of the acquisition as well. But again, to repeat myself, it's you need to solve the real problem, and you need to solve the way the customer expects you to do it. And that's how we acquire millions. Yeah.
Let's move on to a very interesting and important topic. Even the most digital investors still like to engage with humans for their investing experience. And I'd like to explore what we will call the ultimate savings model. Starting with you, Gregory, Endowus combine a digital with human advice. Can you tell us why this is so important? And how do you choose with what has to be delivered digitally and what has to come through an advice?
Absolutely. So we believe at our foundation that we need to meet the client where they are in the journey. And to be honest, people say, oh, it's age-based, but it's actually not age-based. It's comfort-based. And if a client wants to interact with a human to help them understand financial products, advice, we will deploy human advisors to them. Endowus has a very, very diverse customer base. Our smallest clients are $1,000, and we now have clients well over 100 million as single accounts. And we've only been live as a platform for 5.5 years in Singapore and Hong Kong. So obviously, the needs and the comfort levels based on size and sophistication matter a lot. We work with over 100 global fund managers today, and we create a lot of portfolios. And I think what's interesting is, for a long time, people have said high net worth will need a human, will need a human. We recently launched a diversified private credit portfolio, and 80% of our clients bought this portfolio entirely online without human interaction. So once you train the humans how to use the platform, if they need it, it's very easy for them to self-serve from that point onwards, which again enforces the ability for technology to scale excellence and compliance. And I think this trend is only going to accelerate and continue.
Belen, what do you see as what we call the ultimate investment service model for bringing private banking clients?
Okay, we believe that the ideal model is not strictly digital or human, but a perfect combination of both. We work for a hybrid approach that combines the best of technology with the best of human talent. We have over 1,200 managers in 86 branches that allow us to provide close, expert, and highly personalized advice. At the same time, we invest also in digitalization to offer an omni-channel experience. However, we think that our clients at key moments value human advice more than ever. That is why our model adapts to each profile, from clients who desire autonomy with digital supports to those looking for a manager. This flexibility is what led us to be recognized as the best private bank in Spain by Euromoney. Technology within technology is at the service of advisory. We invest a lot in innovation, but principally we invest in people, because we think close, empathetic, and professional advice can be replaced. So today's client also want efficient, want autonomy, but also want trust and relationship. And that's where we make a difference.
Yana, digital experience is core to Revolut business model, where you have 24/7 chat tools and robo-advice. How do you see this model evolving in the future?
I think you're right. So all of our services are digital at the moment, and this model is proving to be successful as we see major growth in all the markets we operate. I think the key is that it's kind of back to my previous point, is we look at what customers want. And within our portfolio, the average age, I'll focus on investment business, so average age is about 35 years old, and that cohort of customers prefers digital solutions at the moment. We, I guess figures say 1,000 words. I think just this year we onboarded already 2 million customers since January, so half a year. And year on year, our active user base, i.e. people who actually trade on the platform, it doubles. So year on year, it's good stats. For the moment, the model works really well. What we recognize is that with this growth, the type of customers change. And within our customer base, we have ultra high net worth individuals, high net worth individuals, and we are assessing and we're monitoring what they would like to receive. So far, again, the model works well, but it might adapt, and the point is that we'll show up where our customers want us, and we'll, in the shape and form that they want us, so we'll adapt. We're quite fluid. The strategy is fluid. We follow customer problems and customer wants, and we'll be there, yeah? So can't say that it might be a hybrid as well at some point.
So now let's take a time to look at the future. We are going to explore what is the next big trends in the savings model in terms of client needs. I will start with you, Gregory. You are constantly working to stay ahead of the game. And in everyone's mind, Asia is at the forefront of digital innovation. What is on top of your mind for the future?
So we think that the next generation of investors, and actually the current generation of investors, are also transitioning to this, where for the last 50 years or 100 years, financial services have primarily been pushed. With information transparency, investors are taking a lot more control and care of their own money. And they're going to ask more critical questions. They're going to demand more transparency. We believe that the conflict-free model will have to win. We've seen regulation change in many places in Europe, Australia, the UK, etc. It will come to Asia as well. But we only believe this because it will lead scientifically to better client outcomes. So transparency, conflict-free, evidence-based investing to help clients reach their end goals, we think is the future. Also, we believe that, the desire to trade will transition for many cohorts to asset allocate. And this behavioral shift will also really change the way people interact with their money in the Asia region.
Yana, what is the next big idea for Revolut, and how would you adapt?
I think we'll look at it from maybe two lenses. One lens is what our customers see on the platform, and what we want to do is give them access to tools, assets, and market access that they desire. We're a truly global company, and we want our customers to have truly global access to global markets. So we want to democratize that, and that's the journey we're on at the moment. On the other hand, we'll look at what happens behind the scene. So our execution model internally, rethinking that, how to make it more optimal, how to make it the best, so that we can offer better outcomes to our customers. And all of that is fueled by high technology, high-end technology. So we are bringing AI into the platform. again, on both sides, so on the platform side, but also what customers will see and already see on the platform. Some of that is AI-powered, right, AI-generated. So we invest quite a lot into the new tech. So, yeah.
Belen, what are the big changes you foresee on the horizon?
We identify 3 key drivers of change. Artificial intelligence that allows us to analyze vast amounts of information to deliver better recommendations, detect needs, and personalize invest solutions. And also it's very helpful tool for our advisors to help them for a better human connections. Second one, a radical personalization, because our clients expect unique experience, and thanks to technology we can deliver that personalization at scale, but the real challenge is doing so with empathy, sensitive, and a human touch. And the third one is financial education. As a driver of autonomy, we also think that in an increasingly complex context, empowering clients with knowledge is essential. So we work a lot of financial programs for all profiles for years, and because we believe that an informed client is a freer, more confident, and more engaged decision maker. Finally, the future, we saw the future of saving lies in combining artificial intelligence with emotional intelligence, and also with purpose. And we believe in a model where technological innovation and human advice go together to generate impact, a positive impact.
I think we all agree on that. To conclude, I'm going to ask you in 2 words, what is the model of individual savings for the future? Greg, do you want to start with 2 words?
Sure. I mean, again, I think it's about being conflict-free and evidence-based. And I think this is even more important as we step into the world of AI, because if the prompt for the platform is we make money when the client trades, we make money when the client buys these more expensive high commission products, the AI will be extremely good at generating revenue for the platform. But if the prompt instead is, we want to grow this client's wealth as much as possible, that will lead to much better outcomes, and AI will do a fantastic job of that. So I think we all have to stay at the forefront there.
2 words, Yana?
Smart investing. But I think, just to add to those 2 words, a bunch of others, I think it's about being smart as an investor, having the smart products and having the smart platform supporting you. So we see that investors right now, because we're dealing with retail investor base, general public, there is increased access to the information, there is better education, and we try and support that as well. And so it's about the smart investors making the smart decisions and the platform supporting that.
Just 2 words, intelligent wealth.
Thank you all. It has been a pleasure and fascinating to discuss with you the model of the future. If I want to conclude, we all agree that it is clear that the hybrid model will be as well the future. But the definition of hybrid is not the same for every business. What matters then is to combine people and technology. And this will have to meet each client's unique needs and to empower them to reach their end financial goals. And to that end, we also all agree that financial education is and will be paramount. And this is where altogether our industry has an important responsibility and role to play. Thank you so much. You follow me?